Hello guys and welcome to a new video posted on my channel. Today we are finally going to be reviewing and looking at the builds from the building contest, and the building contest was the battle map idea building contest, where I had made a video where I said my top 10 ideas for battle maps, and then I made a building contest for it where people would need to build some of the battle maps that I actually had said in that video. And yeah, that contest ended about 2 weeks ago, but I've been busy. So even though it's taken me a while to finally get the video out, I'm happy that it's finally going to be out and that you guys finally get to see it. So yeah, so there are four entries in this building contest. Um, we had THClemm enter the building contest with his city build, with his city battle map build. We also had XX underscore Sonic underscore XX, who also was helped by Cjustinmc, and also THClemm's build was helped by Sonic. And then we also had two builds by Luke1195. We had his World War II D-Day themed battle map idea, and then we also he also did another city. So there's two city builds, and also Sonic made an underwater battle map. And then there's also a World War II themed battle map. So yeah, those are the four entries for this contest. So yeah, the way that it's going to work is I'm going to be saying the maps for how they ranked from worst to best, and I'll be giving them each a score out of 10. One score out of 10 for their design of the battle map, and another score out of 10 for the gameplay. And I'll put the two together to see what the average like out of 10 score is for the map, and then that's how it will be judged. So yeah, let's not waste any more time and let's see which map came in fourth place. In fourth place was XX underscore Sonic XX and Cjustinmc's battle map. So, like I said before, this is an underwater themed battle map. It's the only underwater map on this list. And what was actually really cool was they had the main theme for the battle map be based all around SpongeBob SquarePants. So throughout the entire map, there are several references to the series. You've got SpongeBob, Squidward, and Patrick's houses. You've got city houses. You've got the chum bucket. You've got the Krusty Krab. You've got the driving school. You've got the Flying Dutchman, and a bunch of other stuff from the series. And yeah, so I feel like it themed very, very well with the actual underwater theme. And what was also very cool was, as you can see on screen now, they also had Sandy's house, and in Sandy's house in the series is actually one of the only places where there's actually not underwater. So that is actually where you start the game, in Sandy's area where there's actually no water. So I actually thought that was a genius idea by Sonic and Steven. So even though I did say in the building contest information video that the entire thing had to be underwater, I'm actually quite happy that they did not listen to me by having like the surface be not on water, and also like the Sandy's house be underwater, because I actually prefer that, to be honest. And yeah, I think the design, like I said, is very good with what they did, but I just feel like they needed a bit more with the design. Like the areas where there's not really much, there's a few like coral reefs and seagrass and kelp and stuff like that. I just feel like there should be mini things or just bigger coral reefs or stuff like that. I feel like they should have had a bit more with that. I feel like the buildings themselves could probably look a bit nicer. And then I also like how they did the island on top, which is a really good reference. But yeah, I think overall it was a very, very good build, like for the design at least. So now let's talk about the gameplay. So the gameplay of this battle map is okay. I actually think, in my opinion, that the design is actually better than the gameplay. It's just problem with the gameplay is actually the actual like just the underwater battle, but also the problem with the gameplay is that some of the actual buildings in the map can't actually be accessible, and the ones that can be accessible, there's not really much in them. I'm talking about loot because I actually found it quite hard to find chests in this map. And it was really annoying because some of the bigger areas where you'd think there'd be more loot, you can't even like enter them. Like, as you can see right now, this is one of the biggest areas of the driving school, and you can't even enter both of the buildings. So I found that pretty annoying actually. There was a few other areas. There was like some areas where you'd think like, oh, it's that's like a proper building where it actually probably has a chest inside of it, like this bus, for example, that is, as you can see right now, but it had absolutely nothing in it. So I feel like chest locations and entering buildings was a massive flaw of this battle map. However, the actual feel of it, everything being underwater, I like it because it's different to regular battle. Even though I prefer battling on ground, that's one of the battle map ideas I said anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's good. So I actually gave the design for this map a 9 out of 10, and for the gameplay, oh wait, sorry, no, not a 9. I meant sorry, a 6. My bad, I read it wrong. Yeah, I gave the design for this map a 6 out of 10, and I gave the gameplay a 5 out of 10. So those are the scores which I gave this map. So that means overall, it is an 11 out of 20, which is a 5.5 out of 10. So 5.5 out of 10 is the score which I would give Sonic and Steven's underwater battle map. So that is the map that came in last place. So let's see which map came in third place. In third place was LukeBond195's battle map, and this was actually his city battle map. So, like I said before at the start of the video, Luke entered 2 builds into this contest. He entered the World War II battle map, and he also entered this, which is his city one. And I actually think the city one wasn't as good as the World War II one. So yeah, this is his city battle map. As you can see, it actually looks very, very good. So yeah, let's start off with design. So with the design of this map, as you can see, there's lots and lots of buildings, lots and lots of areas to look at and go and stuff. And yeah, visually, wherever you go in this map, it is very, very good. Um, I think with everything as well, it really, I think it actually is really realistic as well, which is a really important factor. Um, I actually think it might be too big of a battle map, or maybe just about right. I don't know. I'd say probably a bit too big in my opinion, for the design and gameplay and stuff. But yeah, but like I said, the design I think is very good. I think the middle park area probably needed a bit more with it. The buildings themselves looked great. I feel like some of them I think you can enter and some of them you can't, but that's fine anyway. So let's go on to gameplay. So the gameplay of this map. It's very good. I think it's not as hard to find chest as for like Sonic's battle map, because that one was very hard to find chest. But with this one, it was a bit easier to find chest. Not, it was still a bit too hard in my opinion, but it was still okay. Um, I think with the gameplay is something that you could easily do in this battle map is actually see where like all the other players are, because there's a lot of flat areas, um, and it's also like big wide open flat areas as well. So I think it's quite easy to see where your opponents are, unless they're probably just hiding in a building or something like that. Um, I feel like also with the gameplay, and it also does affect the design, is I feel like there wasn't enough like stuff on the roads. There, like I feel like there should have been lots of cars to like actually hide your view and make it less flat, because the because that's really the main problem I have with this battle map, is that I think it's actually too flat. I think Luke needed to include a bit more levels with it. Um, but yeah, with the gameplay again, I think the only problem with the gameplay, and it's also something I'll be talking about later on in the video, is that even though the design's great, some design elements of this battle map affect the gameplay because there's a difference between building a city for looks and building a city for a game for like a PvP game or something like that. For example, because there is some stuff which affect gameplay, such as even though it's perfect for the design and makes sense for the design, some design elements actually need to be brought down a bit to actually make the gameplay better. I'm talking about I'm talking especially about interior designs, to do with furniture and well, anything really in a house that affects gameplay. That's really the problem that Luke has done, and but it's an easy mistake to do. To be honest, it's hard to actually point out. But yeah, the design is very good. Gameplay is very good. I gave the design an 8 out of 10, and I gave the gameplay a 6 out of 10. So overall, it's a 14 out of 20, which is overall a 7 out of 10. So, in my opinion, his design was better than his gameplay, which really should be the opposite. It was also the same for Sonic's battle map. His design was better than his gameplay. So yeah, that people really need to work more on their gameplay than design. Even though design is important, in my opinion, at the end of the day, it's a battle. It's a game of PvP. Um, it's not. You're not going sightseeing. Anyway, that is the first two battle maps for this contest looked at. So let's see which battle map came in second place. In second place was again Luke 1195. So yeah, this is his World War II D-Day themed battle map, and this, in my opinion, is very good. So yeah, so Luke has came in both second and third place. I think we already know who the winner is now, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, this is Luke's battle map, and actually, some of you may already know about this because in my fourth ever building contest, it was the custom battle map building contest. And Luke was going to be in that contest, and he was actually going to submit this map. However, he had a problem. I think it was to do with his account or something like that, which means he couldn't actually enter the contest at the time. And he was actually going to come in second place if he entered that contest, because in my opinion, it was the second best out of any of the builds. However, he couldn't enter it, so he decided that he would enter it now. So yeah, let's actually talk about the gameplay first and not the design. So the gameplay of this map, it's very good. So there's, in my opinion, there's like probably four like main areas of the map. There's the area with all of the water, where you can swim to different boats and get different chests and loot and stuff. There's the beach section, which is the bigger, wide open section where you can actually see where your enemies are, even if you're on opposite sides of the beach, and you can also easily spot out chests and stuff in holes and in ruined structures and stuff. There's the actual buildings section where the bunkers are and the trenches and stuff like that. And then there's the back section where there's the grass and the trees and stuff. So that's basically kind of like the beach, except there's actually trees blocking some of the view. And I think all four of those sections fit really well together for not only the design, obviously, because that's what it should be, like in that order of stuff, but gameplay also really fits it because it's up to you which section you want to stay on and which one you want to go to first for loot and stuff. So there's a lot of decision making with where you want to go in this map, and I actually really like that idea. And then also with the gameplay, chest locations are pretty easy to find actually, which is pretty good. I feel like even with I think with chests and battle maps, they shouldn't be too easy to find, but at the same time, they should be more easy than hard, in my opinion. But I think that the chest locations are actually pretty balanced with how hard they are to find them. I think they're not too easy, but not too hard. And yeah, and then the design of this battle map, it's really well. The buildings are really good. The boats, I like what Luke did with he did it with his city battle map as well, where you even though, and it's an actual thing with actual battle maps where For example, like with maps like Invasion and what else does it? A few other maps as well, where you can actually see kind of like the same thing, like outside of the battle map, even though you can't access it. It also does it with Ruin as well, where even though you can't access the outer parts, it actually has design still. And he did do that with that battle map, and that's one of the in my opinion, that's one of the most important design elements you can ever do with building some kind of PvP map, whether it's Hunger Games or Battle or whatever. So I really like how Luke did that with this map. And then the design of the boats and the vehicles and the buildings and everything are really, really well designed. So yeah, very, very, very well map. Yeah, well map made by Luke Bomb 195. His World War Two Doomsday battle map, and I'm finally happy. I'm so happy that we finally get to actually see it in all of its glory after I never thought it'd actually be seen by people after the whole situation with the fourth custom battle map building contest. So anyway, for the design of this map, I gave it an 8 out of 10. The same design ranking I gave for his city battle map. But actually, his gameplay for his city got 6 out of 10. I'm actually giving his gameplay for this a 7 out of 10. So that's the scores which I gave for his map. So yeah, now that is Luke's battle map. So we have now seen 3 of the battle maps. So yeah, let's now see which map has came in first place and is the winner of the battle map idea building contest. This means that the winner of this building contest is THClemm. So congratulations, Clem. You are the winner of the battle map idea building contest. Congratulations. So, he decided that he wanted to build a city battle map for this contest. So that's exactly what he did. And I must say, he did it extremely well. He's got this entire space with the roads and all the buildings and all the cars and the lampposts and the grass and everything. So yeah, I think THClemm did a very good job of this, and it wasn't just Clem as well. Sonic did help Clem a bit with this build, but Clem was like the main builder. So yeah, let's talk about design first. So the design of this battle map is very, very good. Everywhere in the map, except from a few buildings which you can't enter, which is fine, everywhere is designed very, very well with everything of it inside of it. Yeah, it's just every part of this map with the design is just really good, and like Luke's battle maps, you can actually see outside of it as well. The parts where you can't actually access it. So that was very, very good with the design, and design was very, very good both inside and outside the buildings. I actually think the design was better inside buildings, but still the outside still looked good as well. So now let's talk about the gameplay. So even though the design of this battle map is very, very, very good, I feel like the gameplay, it's also good. I don't think it's as good as the design, because like Luke City battle map, they both focus more on the design, which affect parts of gameplay, because sometimes you need to affect the design a bit to make the gameplay better, because in my opinion at least, gameplay is more important than design when it comes to any game really. However, the gameplay is still very good. Chest locations are a bit hard to find. You can really only find them inside the buildings, and there probably should be a few outside. I feel like they need, with the gameplay, it also affects the design. There should have been more cars, because on the roads especially, there's like too many flat areas. I've sorry, I've seen my dog barking. Arnie, shut up! Alright, and then also with the gameplay, I think there's a few problems. Like in one of the buildings, for example, I couldn't actually access one of the floors, which was the first floor as well, which is, as you can see here, I can't actually access that, which is a bit of a mistake. And even though I actually have played this map before, and I have gone to other areas, and the gameplay, I'd say, is still very as good, even though there's a few problems, just like that one right there. But overall, it's pretty good. So yeah, I gave the design of Clem's battle map a 9 out of 10, which is the best design rating yet, because I do think that out of the 4 maps in this contest, this is the best looking one. And then for the gameplay, I gave it a 7 out of 10, the same gameplay score that I gave Luke's World War II battle map, which means that it got a 16 out of 20, which is an average of 8 out of 10. So yeah, that is Clemm's battle map, and that is the end of the battle map idea building contest. So in 4th place, we had XX_Sonic XX and Cjustinmc's underwater battle map based on SpongeBob SquarePants, which got a design rating of 6 out of 10 and a gameplay rating of 5 out of 10. In 3rd place was Luke's City battle map, which had a design of 8 and a gameplay of 6. In 2nd place was Luke's World War II battle map, which got an 8 out of 10 for design, and for gameplay it got a 7 out of 10. And then the winner of this contest was THClemm, which got a 9 out of 10 for design and 7 for gameplay. So that is the end of this contest. Thank you all so much for watching. Comment down below who's your map, what map was your guys' favourites. So yeah, make sure you will subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also hit the bell to get notified whenever new video streams are announced. And make sure to also subscribe to all of the people who is in this contest who had a channel. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So bye guys.